Hey guys, it's Bryony. So today I'm going to be reviewing for you the Minivivi pads. So these pads are a little bit different. They're a UK brand and it's run by a lady called Penny who kindly asked me if I'd be willing to do a review on the products, and I said yes. But they are originally designed to be incontinence pads that can also be used for menstruation. So these pads are designed to hold a lot of fluid. I'll go into the specific details of each pad. So this particular pad is what she calls the Conti pads. She has another one too called the Vivi pads, I believe, as well. But these are the Conti pads and I just have two here. They are 11.5 inches long and the only two top fabrics available to have the pads made in is brushed cotton, which is on this side, and organic bamboo velour on this side. Both of them come in these beautiful dyes, which are really, really gorgeous. Cotton will probably be a little bit more breathable than bamboo. Bamboo absorbs a bit faster than cotton, and some people like the bamboo velour more. However, bear in mind, if you live in a hard water area, bamboo velour is not going to stay as soft if you don't have a tumble dryer, whereas brushed cotton probably will last longer in those sorts of places. Also, as I said before, cooler for summer and hot countries. So the pad itself has an interesting shape. It's not one that I've actually seen on any other pad design, so she's really thought through how she wants the brand to look and the particular pad shape to have. And as you can see, it sort of has like a subtle hourglass figure with a slight narrowing here. Personally, I didn't find this narrow enough, but I did say this to her and she said she was going to work on a narrower style, so that might be out already by now. By the time you watch this, if you're watching this later on. The pad is constructed with, as I said before, either brushed cotton or organic bamboo velour on the top. Inside it has an organic cotton and hemp blend, probably of like a fleece, it's the most common. Then it has a hidden waterproof layer and is backed with a charcoal impregnated fleece. Now what that basically does is it has antibiotic properties, which is less of a worry if you're going to be using these pads for periods. But for people with incontinence, that's probably something that they're going to be more concerned about, is the antibiotic properties of this fleece. Now, like I said before, the pads are 11.5 inches long, and these are the Conti pads. She also has a brand called the Vivi pads. I don't have any here, so I can't show them to you. But all her pads are available in either this full length, the 11.5 inches, or the 8-inch small one, and also they can come in a lighter version, which has less absorbency in the middle. And the difference between the absorbencies from the light and the regular, well, the normal absorbency, is that this one has its full absorbency. As you can see, it's not too thick actually for an incontinence pad. That's folded over in half and that is on its own. They can, however, hold up to 150 ml, this particular style, and then the light version can hold up to 80 ml. So that's more for like spotting or just everyday dribbles that some people might have. The quality of the pads is very good. They are a surge style pad, or an overlocked pad as we would say in the UK, which means that instead of it being sewn and then turned and then top stitch, we could turn and top stitch. They have just been serged along the edge like so, and then they have these wings which are just fleece to stop any wicking from the centre of the pad round to the back, which is especially important in incontinence pads. Menstrual blood, not so much. It doesn't tend to wick as much because it's a bit thicker, but certainly with urine it will do that. So that's a very unique feature of these pads that you're going to like. The only problem I've encountered at all with the stitching is on this pad. As you can see, it's slightly started to come away here. It's got a little hole where the wing just hasn't quite been attached as well. I've only used these a couple of times, but I imagine that's a small issue, and if you were to have, say, an issue like that, I'm sure if you sent it back, she'd be happy to fix it for you and send it off to you again. But yeah, as with all these things, you know, they are work-at-home mums, a lot of these companies, so you can't expect every pad to be absolutely perfect. And most of them, and they probably have a lot better customer service than you will with any other big brand. So overall, I did really like the pads. They come with a little card, so there is the Minivivi, if this will focus. So there it says Minivivi pads, and then there is the website address as well. So their little saying is practical, affordable feminine solutions. So she says that, you know, these can be used for both incontinence and for menstrual flow, particularly if you have a very heavy menstrual flow. These sorts of pads will definitely work better for you in holding a heavy flow, which can be an issue for some people to find pads with a good amount of absorbency for them that aren't completely huge and long. you know, this is definitely a pad that you want to consider. And like I said, I do think it is very well made. I think there must have just been one little slip up on here. And the pads feel very sturdy. They didn't shrink much at all when I washed them. And you do need to pre-wash cloth pads, especially if you're going to be using them for incontinence. So these will hold up to 150 ml when they've been pre-washed properly. Ideally you want to wash a pad at least 2 or 3 times in cold and hot washes to get them up to maximum absorbency. What you basically do is you fill the pads to their full absorbency and then dry them and wash them again, dry them. That's how you get them up to their full absorbency. And but they will hold a lot of moisture, and as I said, I didn't have any leaks through them, although bearing in mind I don't have a heavy period, so I couldn't really test that aspect of it in particular. But for feel and look, based on what I've seen from other brands as well, they definitely feel very good. And I had great customer service with the lady that runs them. As I said, Penny, she was one that contacted me, but any problems I had or any questions, she was very keen to answer them. So I hope you enjoyed this review, guys. I hope you found it helpful. Like I said, I would definitely recommend them. I will leave the link to her website down below. Please subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.